President Biden is once again calling for a ban on assault weapons after the deadly mass shooting in Maine. That call for gun control comes as the U.S. military carries out strikes against Iran-backed terrorists in Syria. That was announced last night. Peter Doocy is live at the White House with more on how the administration is handling these two issues. Peter.
Brian, in the short term, President Biden wants officials in Maine to heed the guidance of local officials. In the long term, he wants to ban AR-15s. He directed this line to Republicans in Congress: work with us to pass a bill banning assault weapons and high-capacity magazines, to enact universal background checks to require safe storage of guns. This is the very least we owe every American who will now bear the scars, physical and mental, of this latest attack. Once again, our nation is in mourning after yet another senseless and tragic mass shooting.
Do you believe that President Biden has the momentum behind him to do that again, what Bill Clinton did, ban assault weapons? And where do you stand?
No, I think Joe Biden is a fierce opponent of the Second Amendment rights of law-abiding citizens. He's been that for a long time, and he uses these as an example, as a pretext to advance an agenda he always wants to do. Look, this guy in Maine, we're going to get more information. Hopefully they catch him soon. He's obviously very dangerous. He had a mental health intervention. This is not just a run-of-the-mill law-abiding American, and something happened that he was still allowed to be out there. So focus on the individual rather than trying to nuke the rights of every law-abiding citizen. And then on this Syria strikes, Brian, it seems to me we've got troops there. It's not clear to me that we have enough troops to really make an impact with whatever they're trying to do, and yet we have enough troops to where they're going to be able to be targets. And so they're kind of sitting ducks there. I don't know what the strategic objective of them being there is, but this is an example of, I think, Biden's rudderless foreign policy.
On the assault weapons ban, I'm sure you go out. You don't need to look at Gallup. You talk to more people than anybody else, just like all the candidates. 6 in 10 people say mass shootings is one of the top issues they care about. And that's Republicans and Democrats, especially suburban women. You worry about these school shootings. How do you attack it, knowing the issue matters to you, too, with young kids?
Just like how we did in Florida, for example, Brian. We had the Parkland shooting the year before I became governor. So I became governor, and I took the lessons from that and the recommendations, and we've created really strong school security. We have SROs in every school. We have different layouts to make it so that they're hard targets and not soft targets. We've put over $1 billion into that. I'm a parent of a 6, 5, and a 3-year-old. Trust me, that school security is very, very important. But to go to millions of Americans and blame them for this stuff, that's not the way to do it. Also, Brian, I'd say this. You look, a lot of the guys who commit violent crime, and yes, less than what we saw in Maine, a lot of these people go in and out of the justice system because of liberal soft-on-crime policies. You do a crime, you should do the time. Stop cycling people back out. That will make communities safer, and Biden doesn't want to do that.